Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. This is Jeff with Fluent American checking in once more. And today we're going to show you a technique for learning pronunciation that I really hope that you can find ways to incorporate into your own study practice, whether with us or with other teachers that you're working with. And basically, it involves group coaching. And this is part of our program called Mission English, where basically what happens is it's a group pronunciation class. People come, they ask questions, we do exercises together, and you get to hear each other, you get to hear the feedback, and you get to hear the changes that people can make in their own pronunciation. One of the other advantages of this as well is that what we can do in Mission English is, first of all, we meet multiple times. So we're on Tuesday, 9:30 a.m. New York. That's where we are right now. We're going to be meeting again at 1:30 p.m. in New York time. Each stream is about a half hour long, sometimes a little bit over. And we get to work together during all of these times. They're also very spread out. So that way we can hit different time zones, hopefully where you are too. And the other thing too is that all of these classes are saved. So that way you can go back, listen to the feedback I give you or to others, and then try to apply it on your own and watch again and again and again. And you get to see all previous classes in Mission English. So there's already like, I don't know, 100, probably going on 200 soon. So it's something to just kind of get excited about. So we're just going to kind of show you how this works. But it's not just me today. We have a whole motley crew. Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Okay. Hey, yeah.
Hello.
Yes. So these are just some of our Mission English members. We're really happy that they could join us this morning. I was not expecting as full a house as we got, but that's cool. And they had some questions for us. Also, just want to say hey to Shok. Good to see you, Miss.
Hello,
As
sir.
always. Yeah. So let's start with Emmanuel's question first, because that was the fastest. So you asked about that's the thing.
Yep.
So we're just going to practice really quick saying that's the thing. I'm going to call on some people to kind of say this. But when you're saying this expression, it's like, that's the thing. Emmanuel, can you say that for me really quick?
That's the thing.
I thought that sounded really good. Can you do that one more time?
That's the thing.
Yeah. So I think the part I didn't hear this with you. I thought the way you said it was pretty good. But I think the part that often trips people up is there's so many THs. There's that S in there, and it can get kind of distracting. So the reality is that let's focus on stress, right? So when you're saying that's the thing, like you can either stress thing, like that's the thing. That's the thing. It's like that's the going down in pitch and then going up in pitch on thing as your stress. So let's just kind of practice saying it like that, worrying more about the stress than anything. Can you say that for me one more time? That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah, can you do it one more time? That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Fernando, can you say that for me? That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah, pretty good. Can you say that one more time? That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah, that's really good. I like your short I sound on thing. It sounds really good. Lacey, can you say that for me? That's the thing.
That's the thing.
I would even go a little faster on that's the. Can you say that's the for me? That's the.
That's the.
Yeah.
The,
Yeah.
that's
So
the
what
thing.
you're going to notice, if you go really heavy on that TH on the, it's going to get trickier. Because if you're doing it's a little choppy, right? That's the. So what we can do is weaken that TH on the a lot. Focus more on the S. Like that's the thing. That's the thing.
Thing. That's the thing.
Yeah, they actually you just about had it. It's like
That's the
he's
thing.
like
That's the thing.
Go even weaker on that TH on the. That's the. You can honestly still go even weaker. There's nothing wrong with pronouncing it, by the way. You can do that. You can do like that's the, and that's fine too. But you can also go weaker. So instead of saying that's the, it becomes like that's the. It's almost more like saying like that's the. And then really fast. Yeah, there you go. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Okay. Yep. And Rick, I'm going to bounce to you. Can you say that's the thing for me? That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Pretty good. Can you say that one more time? That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah. So a lot of times instead of saying that's the, it often just becomes like that's the. It's not a normal TH. If you're doing like a normal TH, it's going to sound like that's the thing. And you can pronounce it that way. There's nothing wrong with that, but it will often get reduced. The other way of saying this is putting the stress on that's. It depends on the situation. So you could also say that's the thing. That's the thing. Okay, I'll kind of work backwards a little bit. Rick, can you say that for me? That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Go a little weaker on thing, a little lower pitched. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
You're still going kind of high thing. You're saying that's the thing. That's the thing. So notice that you're kind of raising that pitch there. So it makes thing sounds like it's the part that's stressed, but you want to stress that. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Better. Yeah. Fernando, I'll bounce to you. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah, really good. Can you do that one more time? That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I like what you're doing there too, because you're adding like a little pause between that's and then the thing. Like that's the thing. That's the thing. You don't have to rush into the thing part. I really like what you did there. Lacey, can you try doing that? Stressing that's the thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a quick note too for your teeth. I'm seeing a lot of like tongue in between your teeth, and that's fine. You can do that. Like that's the thing, right? But something I would encourage practicing when you're doing TH sounds is let me move this up big so you can see. When you're making a TH, actually having your tongue instead of in between your teeth, like that's, which works. You can make a TH sound that way, but it makes linking very difficult. So instead of saying that's, it might be easier to have it either against your top front tooth, like that's, or against your bottom front tooth, like that's. I think the bottom one is actually going to make linking easier. Because like that's the thing. That's the thing. I don't know if you can see it. My tongue is basically at this level the entire time. That's the thing. That's the thing. Okay. And Emmanuel, can you say that for me? That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah, good. Okay, one more time. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Questions for me from anyone on these phrases here?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Cool.
I like cool. Cool sounds good to me. Rick, you asked me earlier about questions that start with how. Was there a specific question with how that you wanted to practice?
Any question? I think we should work on emotion and intonation. I think yeah.
If you guys
Little
think
add on emotions.
just add some basic ones, probably ones that everyone who speaks English at any level has probably used. I've got like 3 questions here. Since the 4 of us, let me ask a 4th one. Okay, so we'll kind of like bounce around with different people for different questions. Maybe we'll do 2 people for each one. Rick, I'll start with you. This was your question. Can you read the first one for me?
How are you?
Okay, and give me an emotion. What kind of emotion are you going for? How do you want to read this?
Neutral.
A very neutral. See, that's always interesting because like my view on it is that I think that most situations are not neutral. I think most situations have some level to them, even if it's just like a slight excitement or slight disappointment or slight joy or slight anger, like even just slight. Hello to Nana checking in. But let's do neutral, maybe slightly happy.
Mm-hmm.
Slightly happy? Very, very slight.
Yeah. How are you?
Oh, that was way more. You're really happy. Must be like, oh my gosh, how are you? This is like super excited. Can you read that for me one more? Can you read it for me one more time? Yeah. One more time. Can you read that again? Rick, if you can hear, I don't know if you can hear me. Can you read that for me one more time? Okay, maybe he's having issues. So the way I would read this, like if I wanted to sound like slightly happy on this, would be like, oh, How are you? How are you? So maybe just going, let's imagine that like this is kind of like my neutral pitch. Like how are you want to make sure you're going down on the R. So like how are you're also linking it with the W, right? So like how are you could also even reduce the R even more, like how are you? How are you? And then going up a little higher on the U. How are you? Emmanuel, I'll bounce to you really quick. Can you say that for me? How are you?
How are you?
Yeah, really good. Can you say that one more time? How are you?
How are you?
Good. Okay. Rick, are you here checking one more time? Rick, can you say how are you?
Yeah. How are you?
Your ooh sounds a little bit closed off, like ooh versus oh. Do you hear the difference in like breath? I'm just like trying to add a little more air to there.
Yeah.
How are you?
How are you?
Maybe a little higher in pitch. How are you?
How are you?
Sounds a little flat. Like how are you? How are you? Okay. The key thing here is going to be for like you. So it's almost like what you're doing is you're going up a little bit, you, and then you're dropping. You. How are you? How are you? Can you do that one more time?
How are you?
Yeah, I can hear a little more movement there. I like that
How are
last one a lot.
you?
Yeah, good. Okay. Lacey, can I pick you for that second question with how's?
How's?
Mm-hmm.
How it's going?
Mm-hmm. Can you read it for me one more time?
How it's going?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So one thing, can you say how's it?
How's
Mm-hmm.
it?
How's it? Yeah, how's it?
How's it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How's it going?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then what we can do as we get to the it, we can start rising intonation like how's it? Can you do like how's it?
How's it?
Yeah, really good.
How's it?
Yeah. Think also too, just a pitch. I really like what you do in pitches. So you're up here like how's it? How's it? Okay. And then we're going to get to going. Going is our stress, so it's going to be the highest pitch, and it's probably going to fall because this is an information question with how, so they usually fall. Okay. It's like how's it going? How's it going? Can you say that for me again? How's it going?
How's it going?
Doesn't have to be as heavy because you're kind of like how's it going, and then like punching me in the face. And it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be quite that strong. It could be a little weaker. How's it going? How's it going?
How's it going? How's it going?
The last one's better, yeah. hmm I think sometimes that G is a little heavy because it's like how's it going? How's it going? But it's really more about the O. It's like how's it going? How's it going?
How's
It's
it
really trying
going?
to. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's not really good. I like that a lot. Okay. Any questions on either of these first two questions, guys? Feeling great? Feel good?
I'm great, feeling good.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Emmanuel, can you read that third question for me?
How'd you do that?
Okay. What emotion are you going for?
Really surprised.
Really surprised. Like,
Yeah.
okay, so because to me, I don't know if I would have labeled that as surprise. I probably would have labeled that as like really happy. Like, oh wow, how'd you do that? That's great. Good job, Jeffy. Good job. You know, that's kind of what I.
Jeffy, I like that.
That's kind of the feeling that I get. Like, how'd you do that? Aw, you put your shoe on by yourself. Aw, Jeff. You know what I mean? Whereas like if it's like really surprised, like I'd maybe even add like a whoa before like whoa, like how'd you do that? Whoa, how'd you do that? Can you try saying it like that? How'd you do that?
How'd you do that?
Yeah, maybe even add like how, like a little more breath, like how.
How?
Nah, the more air. How?
How?
Yeah. How'd you do that?
How'd you do that?
Hold do longer. That's your stress. That's your most powerful word here. So we really want to emphasize that. How'd you do that?
How'd you do that?
Yeah. Yeah. And you can even go higher in pitch too. How'd you do that?
How'd you do that?
Yeah. Like, whoa, how'd you do that? Can you try that again?
Whoa, how'd you do that?
Yeah. Maybe just start a little higher on whoa. A lot more emotion. Whoa, how'd you do that?
Whoa, how'd you do that?
Yeah. Yeah. So now I'm getting that more of that sense of like surprise or amazement. Like, that's crazy. I've never seen that before. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay. Fernando, I want to pick on you. Can you say that for me? You can pick a different emotion if you want.
Oh, let me try this one.
Okay.
Oh, How'd you do that?
Maybe I would even say maybe slightly overemphasized. But let's start on the whoa. It's like if you want
Whoa.
whoa. So whoa is an expression in
Wow.
American English that like when something amazes you or you're just like caught
Mm-hmm.
completely off guard, like whoa.
Wow.
It's a whoa. It's more whoa. Ending on an O, so not an
Whoa.
ah. It's more whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you
Uh-huh.
do it like 3 times from like whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah. And then you can say, how'd you do that?
How'd you do that?
You can really hear those consonant sounds. Like how'd you do that? You hear that?
Okay.
Like that. How
Uh-huh.
that j, ju, do, that d on do, and then that th on that. All those are really strong. We want to do the opposite, right? We want those vowels to be the part that stands out. Like, whoa, how'd you do that?
Let me try. Whoa. How'd you do that?
How'd you do that?
How'd you do that? Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so it's that do
It's
that
hard to
part.
control, but
I
I
think
know
what's
what I mean.
Well, I want to see your. Do you mind if I make you big? I want to see your lips really quick. Is that okay?
That's okay.
Okay. Can you say do that for me? Do that.
Do that.
Where's your tongue when you're saying that? Do that.
That here.
Okay,
That.
kind of in between. Got you. Let me show mine. It's like do that. Do that. You can
Do
barely see my tongue.
that.
So what's happening when I'm doing that? Do that.
Do.
That tip of my tongue is down here. Do that. Do that. Tip of my tongue is pressed hard against my, well, not too hard, but against my bottom front tooth. So instead of in the middle and instead of high, because if you go those higher positions, it's much easier to get that choppier sound. Do that versus do that. Can you hear that
Okay.
difference in sound? Do you hear the difference in
Yes.
breath? Okay. So what we're trying to do is we're really trying to get air moving. Do that with that tongue pressed against the bottom. Yeah, do that. Do that.
Do that.
That's even better.
Do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I still want you to continue practicing that because I know it's probably a new position, but what we don't want do that. It's more do that. Do that. Another thing to kind of think about it too is that when you're doing this, don't forget the goal. The goal is to get from vowel sound to vowel sound. So we're trying to get from oo to ah, right? Ooh, ah,
Ooh, ah.
ooh, ah.
Ooh, ah.
Your ah sounds a little
Do
closer.
that.
Do that ooh, ah, versus like ooh, ah, ooh, ah. So we're just trying to get
Ooh,
ooh,
ah.
ah, ooh, ah.
Ooh, ah.
Do that.
Do that.
Yeah, that was so much smoother. Oh my gosh, that was so much smoother. So this is something for everybody. You know, if you have a group of sounds that you feel like it's a little choppy or not smooth as you'd like, do the vowels and then add the consonants back. It's like ooh, ah, do that, ooh, ah, do that, ooh, ah, do that. Okay, let's kind of just practice that with people really quick. Fernando, can you do that again for me? Do that.
Do that.
Yeah, like,
Ooh, ah. Ooh, ah. Do that.
Yeah. I'm hearing a lot more
Do
breath.
that.
Yeah. Okay. Emmanuel,
That's what I love about this program.
Yeah, because we're all about teaching the breath and stuff, how to link things. Because otherwise, you're going to be saying "do that," and it's going to sound really clear but really choppy. You know, man, I'm going to bounce to you. Can you do like "ooh, ah, do that, ooh, ah, do that"?
Ooh, I do that. Ooh, I do that.
Yeah, good breath, good breath. Lacey, I'm going to pick on you. Can you do "ooh, ah, do that, ooh, ah, do that"?
Ooh, do that. Sorry. Ooh,
No worries.
do that. Ooh, do that. Ooh,
Mhm.
do that.
So one thing I'm noticing a lot, Lacey, do you mind if I make you big for a moment?
Yeah.
Okay. So can you say that again, like "ooh, ah, do that"?
Ooh, do that.
So compare yours. You can watch in the replay. We're like a minute 19 to compare mine. It's like ooh, do that, ooh, do that, and I really want you to watch my lip because what's going to happen is you're not going to see my tongue. You're not going to see my tongue at all. Whereas I feel like for yours, you're going to see your tongue like ooh, do versus like ooh, do. Tip of the tongue down here. Do. So the key is don't let people see your tongue. Keep your tongue hidden down here like it's a secret. Do that. It's like you're trying to trick people into thinking you don't have a tongue. Maybe. So again, like ooh, do that, ooh, do that. So just something I want you to keep practicing a bit. Okay. Rick, I'm going to bounce to you. Can you do that for me? Ooh, do that. Ooh, do that.
Do that. Do that.
Yeah, I like the second one more because it was a little smoother. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Fernando, this was your sentence, so I'm going to go back to you. Can you say, ooh, do that? How'd you do that?
Ooh, how to do that?
Not bad.
How to do that?
Yeah. Yeah. Compare that to the original. It's just gonna flow so much more. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll listen to the recording to
Yeah,
clear.
for sure. And our last one here, who was who we're not called on? Lacey, could you read this for me?
How was the same show?
Yeah, one more time.
How was the same show?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just say the show. The key part I'm interested in here is that was the. Can you say was the for me?
Was the.
Yeah, good. So notice that instead of doing like was the with a super heavy th, we're gonna kind of link it more. And again, just like everything we talked about to this point, trying to keep that tongue down. Was the how was the show? Can you do that for me?
How was the show?
Yeah, really good. Yeah. One of the things you can even do just to kind of add even more emotion and things like this, you go a little higher in pitch on show. How was the show?
How's the show?
Yeah, and try to keep the breath flowing just a little bit more at the end of show. How was the show?
How's the show?
I'm here, show versus show. Can you say show for me? Show.
Show.
Yeah, even a little more
How's the
breath at the end.
show?
Yeah, so it still goes like show versus show. Maybe a little lower placement. How was the show?
How's the show?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Rick, I'm going to bounce to you. Can you say that for me? How was the show?
How was the show?
I'm missing that sh sound on show. How was the show?
How was the show?
And a little higher pitch because that's your stress. How was the show?
How was the show?
I heard show versus show. Can you hear that difference between
Show.
show and show? Can you hear that difference?
Show. Yeah.
How was the show?
How was the show?
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, so much more air coming through. Okay, I like that a lot. Fernando, can I bounce to you?
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Could we work on how? I think.
Just like the word how.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think.
Let me get to Emmanuel and let me get to Fernando, and then we can just work on how for a sec. Okay.
Mhm.
I'll be right back. Fernando, can you say that for me? How was the show?
How was the show?
Can you again? How was the show?
How was the show?
Very clear. I do hear breath. My only thing is that you're pronouncing everything like perfectly. Like, how was the show? How was the show? You know what I mean? Yeah. So that part is kind of slowing you down, right? Which is not a problem. I do want to emphasize, that's not a problem. You can say things like that. Just a quick hello to Elchin checking in. Good to see you, sir. But I think a lot of times, like on the street, were you in Nashville? Did you go to Nashville yet or not yet? Not yet. Okay. So like when you go to Nashville, you're gonna hear people like, how was, so it's gonna be a lot more links. Like, can you try saying that for me?
How was the?
Yeah, that second time was better because it's not how was the. It's more how was the.
How was the show?
Yeah, how was the show?
How was the show?
So, but how was the? Was more how was the? Keep the breath flowing.
How
Don't
was
don't like force it. It's just flowing. Just like how was the?
Okay.
How was the? How was the?
How was the show?
I even kind of just. I'm gonna make you big for a moment. I want you to say how was the again. Okay. Can you say it once more? How was the?
How was the?
Yeah.
How was the?
Yeah. And so I want you to watch your jaw. I want you to say how is that? I want you to watch your jaw and like your throat when you say that. Can you do that again for me?
How was the?
And I want you to watch mine. It's like it's like it's not like we need like super like how was that? And I don't think you were doing that. But just kind of something to for everyone to be paying attention to is
How
you don't
is
want a
it?
lot of tension in your jaw. It's just like going from vowel to vowel to vowel. Ow, It's like
Mhm.
ow, It's two schwa sounds, right? It's like how, ow, ow,
How
how is it?
mhm.
But even that's a little choppy. It's like
How is
ow,
the show?
so it's not going to be ow, It's going to be more ow,
Sure.
keep that breath flowing. Ow,
How mhm.
ow,
Mhm.
how is the show?
How's the how is the show? How is the show? How is the
I definitely want you to continue practicing that a little bit because I do think we get,
sure?
again, it's very clear, it's very understandable. I don't have an issue with the sounds, but it's just I want to work on just getting it slightly smoother. Okay.
Thanks for the tip.
Yeah, for sure. Who have I not done yet? Emmanuel, did I do you?
Nope.
Okay. How is the show?
How's the show?
How is the show?
How is the show?
Yeah. Honestly, just some other things that you could do. I like the way he's read it. That's fine. Just some other alternatives. You could go even lower in pitch on the. It's like how is the, and now we'll just add more contrast, right? How is the show? How is the show?
How is the show?
And I do think you get just a little more air on that O on show. Show. Show.
Show. Show.
Second time was better than the first time because sometimes you're doing a show and it just like cuts, right? Versus like
Yeah.
show. Get that breath. Keep that breath flowing.
Show. Show.
Yeah, that last one was really good. Yeah. How is the show?
How is the show?
Yeah, really good. So much more breath there. So much more breath
Yeah.
there. Okay. Does anyone have a question about this sentence here?
If I say it like this, how's the show?
Okay.
What does it mean?
Yep. So it's like it sounds a little friendlier, a little warmer. Like it shows more curiosity. Like if you're like, oh, how's the show? It's like I'm kind of interested. But if you're like, oh, how was the show? Well, now it sounds more interested. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah. I know we're running up against time, and Riddick asks about just pronouncing how. But just a quick reminder for everyone kind of watching. So this is just an example of our Mission English program, which is basically a group class that we have on Fluent American. I'll be posting in the comments. You can also find it in the video description. And basically, we meet just like this lots of times, twice a day for 30 minutes each time at different time zones. So we would love to have you join us because we do lots of fun things just like this and try to really help you sound more natural and things like that. Usually we got a full house today. Usually it's like one or two people per live stream, but not complaining. So Rick.
Yeah, I mean,
question. Yeah.
Yeah, could we work on how?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. Yep. One thing, just before we even get to that, though, the one thing I would say about how is one thing I hope you're noticing just about all of these sentences and things like that is like how is not usually the word that's stressed. So it's not usually a word that you need like perfect pronunciation on because it's usually just going to be a quick like out, and then it's going to be moving immediately to whatever the next sound is. Usually, you know, there may be times where you want to emphasize how if you're really unsure. But the key thing is that it's going to have that ow sound. Okay, so maybe like in house. So Rick, can you say ow for me? Ow.
ow.
So one thing I'm hearing is the placement's really high at the start. You're doing ow, kind of like top of the throat, back of the mouth, ow, and then dropping. But it wants to be low the entire time. So it's not ow, it's more ow.
Ow. Ow.
So one thing I'd like you to do, I want you to take a big breath in. Take a breath in through your nose. And then I want you to try to feel your diaphragm. Might be helpful to put your hand on your stomach. You want to feel your diaphragm engage more because you want to try to get more breath through. You want to open things up more. So more ow, ow,
Ow, ow, ow.
Still hearing ow, 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 ow. Do you hear a difference between those?
Yeah.
So it's really about trying to get that placement a little bit lower because if I do ow, 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 you know, now I'm going to be like up here versus if I'm like ow, 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 I'm feeling my diaphragm a lot more. I'm not just projecting from my lungs. I'm trying to get as much air through as possible. Let's try to do another sound. Rick, can you say ah for me? Ah. Yeah, can you do that like 3 times? Ah, ah, ah. Good. Okay. And this is suggestions for everybody. So like if you have a sound that you're like, my placement's really high, how do I adjust this? Find a sound that you're comfortable with. So for instance, that ah sound. In general, I liked what you did there, Rick. Okay. So can you do that one more time for me, Rick? Ah, ah, ah. Try to get it to flow more from sounds. So that more ah. Okay. Can you do ow? Yeah, I like especially the first two. I really liked a lot. Can you do that one more time for me? Ow. Yeah. And then we can add how. Can you do that one more time? Ow, how. Yeah, really good. Yeah. Compare how you said how there to the first time. There's going to be so much more breath.
Yeah, I'm feeling more placement right now.
Yeah. I like that position more. Did it feel uncomfortable? Did it feel okay?
Yeah, okay.
Cool. I like okay. Let's give everyone a chance to do this, and then we'll kind of say our final thoughts. Fernando, can I pick on you?
All right.
Sorry. So let's try to do that same progression. Try to do like ow, how. Can you do that for me?
Ow.
One thing is that you're doing a lot more movement with your lips than I am.
Right.
Ow. Like watch my lips.
Ow.
Yeah. One more time. So like
Ow.
Sometimes I feel like versus just slightly lower in placement. Ow. Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah, I like that more. I do like that more. Yeah. Can you say ow, how? Ow, how? Yeah, really good. That one. Really good.
How I was doing. How was the show?
I like that. That sounds good. I like those hows. Those sound really good.
How.
Cool. Lacey, I'm gonna pick on you. Can you bounce between those for me? It's like ow, how.
Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Repeat, please.
So we're gonna do the ow sound 3 times, and then we're gonna add an H. It's like ow, how.
How.
I do think when you're adding your H, I liked your ow sound. I thought the ow was really good. I think when you're adding the H, it is a little bit more punchy, like how, like a little strong. Oh, you can weaken that H just a little bit. So again, ow, how.
How.
Yeah, I like the second, especially the second and the third. I really like those. Yeah. Did you want to try one more time?
Yeah. How.
Yeah. So much breath is coming through. I really like those. I like those a lot. Yeah. Emmanuel, I'm going to pick on you, man. So again, ow, how.
How.
I like it to be just slightly smoother instead of how. More how.
How.
Yeah, One more time. Ow, how. Yeah, perfect. I like it a lot. Okay, guys. I have to run to my son, but does anyone have a question for me about anything that we just talked about?
Hey, Jeff.
Thanks so much.
Hey, Jeff,
Rick?
check out the private comment.
Let me see.
Chat, private chat.
I sound like an old grandpa. Touch my teeth to my like I don't remember what part that was. Was I like talking like this? Like a smart, back in the day. I got nothing. That's my grandpa voice.
That was good.
Okay, it was good. It's acceptable. I can get a little golf clap for that. Yeah, with my word. Yeah. Okay, thank you guys. So Emmanuel, Lacey, Fernando, and Rick, thank you guys for joining me today. Thank you guys for watching. So again, this is just another example of our Mission English program. We would love to work with you every single day of the week, Monday through Friday, twice a day, different time zones and things like that. You can see more information about Mission English in the video description and also in the comments afterwards. My name is Jeff. I'll see you guys all later. Have a good day. Have a good night. Good afternoon. And yeah, take care, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.
Yeah,
Have a nice
take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
time.
Take care. Bye. 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 Bye.